My name is Miss Matsumoto, and thanks for considering taking AP Art History next year. And I'm just here to tell you a little bit about who I am and what the course is all about, so you can decide whether or not you want to sign up for it. So AP Photography is a subsidiary of the AP Studio Art 2D Design course. And all the photos in here are examples of either current student work that I have or past students that have taken AP Photo. So just a brief who am I? I did earn my undergraduate degree, a Bachelor of Fine Arts in photography. My minor was art history, which I also teach, so hopefully you will consider signing up for AP Art History as well. And then I earned my master's in visual art education. If you want to check out some of my work from college and graduate school, that's my website right there, sammatsumoto.com. It hasn't been updated in a while, so that's on my to-do list for this summer as well. There's just a, little selfie of me from a few years ago down in LA. So the course title, the College Board offers 3 different AP Studio Art exams. Currently, Newark Memorial only offers the 2D design one. So it's any 2-dimensional flat medium, because obviously this isn't a drawing course and we're not doing 3-dimensional works. So if you do practice other art mediums such as graphic design or illustration or digital painting or physical painting or even drawing, we can include it in the portfolio you end up submitting to the College Board at the end of the year for college credit. But please know that most of the assignments in this course are going to be photographic based artworks. I do have students kind of expanding that definition, doing a little bit more photo manipulation in Photoshop. I have a student, she's currently working with sewing on our photographs. I've had students in the past paint and draw over their photographs, both digitally and physically. So I'm willing to be flexible and work with you for your artistic practice, but do know that this is primarily a photo-based course and not really a painting course. So this AP exam is different than a lot of the other ones. For example, AP Statistics or AP English are going to go and you're going to sit down for about 3 to 4 hours and take a test. But this is the only exam that is completely portfolio based. We're working on your portfolio the entire year. And then actually right now what I'm doing with my current AP students is we're working on finalizing that digital portfolio, and we upload your work to a website, and then there's 5 pieces that we need to actually mail in. So in order to sign up for this class, you need to successfully have completed digital photography 1 and 2. So that would at least be probably like a C or better, unless for some reason something was going on that you're earning a D. But if you're earning a D or an F in Photo 1 and 2, you're probably not prepared to handle AP Photo. Or if you haven't taken the prerequisite course, feel free to stop by my room. I'm in room 345, and show me a portfolio of your work that shows that you have the skills to be able to be successful in the course. I don't expect you to know everything, but you need to come in with some skills, and I'll talk about that. Strongly recommended that you own a DSLR or a mirrorless camera that lets you have full manual control, but if not, I do have a few cameras that I can check out to students to use throughout the year. So it's not required, but it is recommended. Okay, so I'm expecting students to come into the course, in August, having full manual control of the camera. So not just setting it to auto and taking a picture, but being able to set it on M, okay, on that dial, and being able to control aperture. Okay, you should be able to know how to do shallow depth of field and deep depth of field. You should be able to control shutter speed. You should know how to blur motion and intentionally how to freeze motion, all while achieving the correct exposure, as well as ISO. How do you should be able to know how do you get a picture with a lot of digital noise, and how do you get a picture with very little digital noise intentionally, again, while getting the correct exposure. I hope that you'll come into the course with a basic understanding of Photoshop, how to use the tools in the tool palette, how do you use adjustment layers and do non-destructive editing, and how do you use layer masks to do sort of more selective editing. And again, it's okay if you don't feel 100% confident in all these skills, but you need to be able to commit to brushing up on them over the summer and know them when you come in August. I'm also expecting an understanding of the elements of art and principles of design to create successful compositions, because this is a design course, 2D design. Okay, so take the course if you're willing to work hard. Okay, there's a lot of time outside of class you need to put into this class, because you're going to be doing a lot of photo shoots. Pretty much there's a photo shoot due every week, so you need to be able to budget your time accordingly, especially if you have work or sports or other responsibilities, or if you're taking other AP courses. You need to be able to take pictures every year. Even this year, unfortunately, I have students that are currently earning an F in the course because they're not taking pictures. Okay, this is a photography class. You need to take photographs. It's that simple. I need you to be able to take risks and go outside your comfort zone. I need you to be able to take the course if you're going to be able to listen to critique and take feedback. Consider it. That doesn't mean you always have to follow it, but you need to be able to listen to it. You need to be able to work well in a team. There are going to be some collaborative assignments, especially when we get to studio lighting, where you need to assist one another with your photo shoots. And you need to be able to commit to researching other artists and learning about their work to help inform your artistic practice. Okay, don't take the class if you want an easy AP class. There is a lot of work. Like I said, the main reason students don't pass the class is when they're not doing the work. Okay, if you don't plan on taking pictures, don't take the class. Okay, don't take the class if you think you already know everything, and don't take the class if you hate bad jokes, because I do tell a lot of really lame jokes. Okay. We're going to be learning how to shoot and edit in RAW. Okay, so not just JPEG, because you want higher quality images. So we're going to be using how to, we're going to be learning how to use the RAW editor, as well as we're going to be learning how to edit and process images as a batch in Adobe Lightroom, and of course Photoshop. Okay, we're going to be doing a midterm project on environmental portraiture. I'm also going to be teaching you how to use speed lights, how to get, so we're going to be diving into artificial lighting, both speed lights, these little, external flash units, as well as studio lighting, which comes up next. So we'll be learning how to use all the fancy equipment to achieve some really high-end portraiture. Okay, there'll also be a few little mini Photoshop tutorial and Illustrator assignments to expand your portfolio, such as double exposure or photo kaleidoscopes or like geometric photo collages. It's not a heavy Photoshop course. There's a few assignments here and there to expand your skills, but that is covered in the course. Okay, but your biggest assignment in this course is really developing your own portfolio. You're going to pick the theme, you're going to pick the aesthetic and what you want to explore over time. So photo 1 and 2, you have a lot of sort of little assignments that don't necessarily relate to one another. But here your portfolio, your concentration in your series is going to be the biggest one. So this is a student from a few years ago who explored a lot of portraiture and artificial lighting, and the emotional quality she could explore with that. Okay, the portfolio, just like all College Board exams, it's scored from 1 to 5. Most colleges are going to give you college credit either as an art course or as an elective course if you earn a 3, a 4, or a 5 on the exam. Some colleges like Harvard or Stanford, actually I don't even think Stanford will accept this, I'm not sure, I'd have to check, might only accept a 4 or a 5 on the exam. So last year for 2017, I had 100% of students pass the exam. So every single student that took the exam passed the exam, and I hope that my current group of students will be able to keep that record. So I'm pretty proud of that. That was my first year being able to do that. Okay, we'll go into the 3 sections later once you're in the course, but we'll mail in 5 physical artworks. Your main work will be on your concentration, that series that you're working on, and then your breadth is kind of what else can you do aside from that series. Okay, so here's just a few examples of portfolios. I have tons more that I can show you once you're in the course to get some ideas for what you want to focus on. This is a student from a few years ago. He decided to explore these diptychs of sort of these contrasting emotions and really stuck to a consistent color palette, and he would set them all up and use the evocative colors of red and magenta in his images. This is a current student. He is exploring the relationship between the land and industrialization and the tension between those two things as the man-made world increasingly takes over the natural world. This is a student from a few years ago. He wanted his concentration to be around skateboarding, as that's what he was passionate about. So he did some posed images, but a lot of documentary photographs of his friends who he hung out with and would skateboard with all the time, and really exploring that culture. Okay, there is summer work for this course because I want you guys to be able to, you probably have a lot more time during the summer and are going to travel to much more exciting places during the summer than during the school year, but your summer assignments are photo shoots. And so if you do sign up for the course, there'll be meetings before the end of school to get you ready for that. Okay, so if you guys have questions, please stop by room 345 or shoot me an email. And just so we're on the same page before I sign off on you taking the course next year. Hope you guys sign up, and thanks for considering it. Bye.